What's up, my YouTube friends? I have a couple of stories for you that are not really being covered very well, if at all, in mainstream media, and I think there may be a connection between these stories. Okay, the first one, you may have heard that DHS and now the U.S. military are buying lots of riot gear. Oh yeah, watch this short video I found on the story and speculations on the reason behind riot purchases and preparations.
And the feds aren't just looking to buy more riot gear, Megan. They are looking to buy more riot gear right now. I mean, they want this stuff fast-tracked. They gave the suppliers 1 day to make their bids, and the winning bid gets 15 days, and they want the stuff delivered. Take a look at the list here. This is what they're doing, 150 sets of riot gear. We're talking about riot helmets, upper body and shoulder protection, thigh, growing protection, shin guards, forearm protectors, tactical gloves. Now, authorities in Tampa, Florida and Charlotte, North Carolina are not giving specific numbers, but they are expecting massive numbers of demonstrators. DHS is not expecting violence. They are clearly preparing for significant domestic unrest. That's a quote, which means, of course, riots. The gear will be worn by the officers protecting the property and the buildings around the conventions. Now, they have set up free speech zones in both Tampa and Charlotte to kind of help contain demonstrators to certain areas. But for those of us who have covered these conventions before, you know that there are a lot of people that break the rules when they attend these conventions, and Homeland Security clearly believes the tensions in both Florida and North Carolina will be drum tight. We should also point out, Megan, we have contacted the Department of Homeland Security for a statement about if this is standard operating procedure. We know they did buy some back in 2008. Don't know exactly how many. They still have not gotten back to us. When they do, we'll let you know.
All right, Trace, thank you. Well,
I'm not sure what information they may have that suggests that there's going to be all this civil unrest at either one of the parties' convention, or why people might lose their civility after the elections. Maybe they're thinking this might happen if Obama should win a second term. I don't know, and maybe they're right about that. But here's another story I want to share with you. Do you want to see what a 21st century economic depression looks like? Just look at Greece. Once upon a time, the Greek economy was thriving. The Greek government was borrowing money like there was no tomorrow, and Greek citizens were thoroughly enjoying the bubble of false prosperity that all that debt created. Those that warned that Greece was headed for financial collapse were laughed at and were called doom and gloomers. Well, nobody is laughing now. You see, the truth is that debt is a very cruel master. Greeks were able to live way beyond their means for many, many years, but eventually a day of reckoning arrived. At this point, the Greek economy has been in a recession for 5 years in a row, and the economic crisis in that country is rapidly getting even worse. It was just recently announced that the overall rate of unemployment in Greece has soared above 20%, and the youth unemployment rate has risen to an astounding 48%. 1 out of every 5 retail stores has been shut down, and parents are literally abandoning children in the streets. The frightening thing is that this is just the beginning. Things are going to get a lot worse in Greece. And in case you haven't been paying attention, these kinds of conditions are coming to the United States as well. We are heading down the exact same road as Greece went down. And the economic pain that this country is eventually going to suffer is going to be beyond anything that most Americans would dare to imagine. This is the real reason why I think that all this riot preparation is being made. If the economy goes into a worsening condition and government jobs are cut along with government programs that people are dependent on to live, and the stock market tanks and the dollar depreciates, etc., these are the things that cause large numbers of people to hit the streets in anger, and these are the things that could take place not long after the next presidential election. Tell me your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.
Thanks for watching Kingdom Knowledge News.